Yo, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. Had to get this stuff ready. How's everybody doing tonight? See, you guys all been in there. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody's been in here waiting. That's what I'm talking about. Get you guys. So, tonight's going to be a closed panel, just so everybody knows. I'm going to be talking about Midnight Productions, as you guys seen. And I'm going to be saving a lot of the stories for my videos coming up here in the next couple of weeks. But tonight I figured we'd go ahead and read off some stuff that people have already been talking about. So what's up to everybody in the chat? So I'll go ahead and say what's up to everybody real quick. Hey, Setsma, I didn't delete anybody's comments, bro. That's YouTube doing that, man. They do that, man. They're weird. But what up, Setsma? J2Fly, your boy Alias, Lance G. What's up, big dog? Mr. Diddy and Tazo, Big Mike TV. What up, Aaron? What's going on, AI? So here it is. Let's start. Let's get into this. So everybody already kind of knows. I'm assuming most people that are in here pretty much already kind of know a little bit at least about the subject we're going to be talking about. If you don't know, I'll go ahead and let you know real quick. Midnight Productions is a well-known organization in the streets of, I wanted to say Phoenix, but it's looking like Tucson's a big part of it. Uh, there's a lot of stuff going on, man. So they're an organization that specializes in basically taking, homeless people, women mostly, actually, drug addicts, and turning them into prostitutes or kidnapping and sex trafficking children, making snuff films with children. I guess in the past 5 years, they have also been really known to be going after the LGBT community, such as underage transgenders or etc. They make snuff films. They make a lot of stuff. So pretty much that's where we're at on that. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pull up some of this stuff, and we're gonna read. There's not a lot. There's very little stuff about it. So this should be pretty interesting. But let's go ahead and get it looking up real quick. How's everybody doing tonight, though? Let's see, Midnight Production. Slow. Now, a lot of this stuff takes place very frequently all over Phoenix, really. But where it's really predominant at is going to be in Maryvale, up and down Thomas. They specifically say more 72nd, but let's just be real, it's all over the place. Then there are a lot in Sunny Slope. And I know that from my own personal experiences, my own run ins, my own dealings with these types of people. So, yes, AI, this is that group of people, Midnight Productions. So, basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be reading off a lot of this stuff to you guys. And then afterward, I'll take little intermittent breaks. I got to go smoke my cigarettes, accumulate that cancer. But, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be looking this up right now. And then I'll be going on my little things, going on my little smoke breaks. Y'all know. See. And then I'll answer a bunch of comments too later on. All right, so the first post is on gang stalking worldwide. I don't know if anybody really knows what gang stalking is. If you don't know, let me know, and I will break it down for you. So we're gonna start off with this first post. This post says, "Has anyone ever heard of quote Midnight Productions? As a small-time drug dealer in Arizona, I have heard some crazy stuff while weighing out and breaking bread with people. They all seem so scared. Midnight Productions, fact or fiction? All right, let's get into it. You guys ready? She gets pretty crazy. I read all this stuff too. So, what's going on, Ace Ambling? How you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. So the post is Midnight Productions is in fact real. In parentheses, I don't know if that's what they still call themselves. Parentheses, no, they do not call themselves Midnight Productions anymore. To be honest, they actually call themselves Daylight Productions. They got, as far as I don't know, obviously the exact year when they changed, but I can tell you from the time I was running around on the streets and my run-ins with them, it was Midnight Productions, and then before I went to prison, it had recently changed to Daylight Productions. And the reasoning for that, I don't know for sure, obviously, but the reason for that was because they were trying to say that they're coming out into the light now. Now, that's all speculation. That's not, obviously, it's not a fact. We don't know. Makes sense, though, right? Makes for a good, good addition to the conspiracy theory, as people call it conspiracy theory, but I can tell you right now, it's real. Um, I just have my own experiences with this organization. Um, the person who actually shot me for a pair of Jordans um, is was actually a Midnight Productions recruiter. I've talked about in the past on another interview. It happened in an apartment complex, a 3-story apartment complex, pretty much in a green belt uh, part of the apartment complex. So it was very loud. It echoed. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyways, we don't even need to get into that. But that person specifically was actually tied into them. But anyways, so let's get into it. It says, I don't know about any law enforcement being involved with them or Hell's Angels. Here's the thing. I'm not 100% sure on Hell's Angels. I don't think that they were involved in it, but they are involved in prostitution and things like that. So those things kind of somewhat go hand in hand. I don't think if you're a pimp, you're not necessarily a child sex trafficker, but it's not too far fetched to think that they might be connected. But me personally, I don't think 100% the Hells Angels are connected in it. And if they are, it is definitely not going to be, how do I say it? It's going to be more of you're a couple lone wolves that might be trying to break off and do their own little thing, kind of, but still be under the Hells Angels name. I'm not 100%, so I can't really touch on that too much. See, however, when I was almost taken by them in 1997, the guy, quote, George, at least that is what he said his name was, tried to convince me that my dad was secretly a Hell's Angel, like one of the top dudes. He tried convincing me that the shit was going down at my mom's house and that her and my brother were safe at a hotel. This was in 1997, all landlines. I called my brother, answered. I called my brother, answered. He said all was good. So I was left in the dilemma of how I was going to get away from these dudes. Luckily, my pager went off, and the callback number was the payphone at the 7-Eleven down the road with my best friend's code. I called real quick and told him I was at Matt's apartment. I was asking them to come get me. George was in the other room shooting up meth, something I would not participate in, and told him I couldn't be around while they were doing it, so at least he'd go in the other room. He was trying to gain my trust. He did try convincing me to do it that way, but I stood my ground. So she does meth, obviously. She just didn't shoot meth. So she either parachuted it, smoked it, or snorted it. But this all ties back into they try and prey on children, obviously. That's one of the biggest sellers for them, is the underage pictures, the underage videos, the underage snuff films, So, but there are other, I guess, I guess you could say side hustle. I wouldn't necessarily call it a side hustle. I would consider that a hustle. Fucking scumbag way of living life, and you should be exterminated. But let's go ahead and say that they prey on drug addicts, especially women drug addicts. They don't really have too much of an use for the men. Um, Men are stronger. Men are going to fight back. Men, I wouldn't say are less easily manipulated, because that's not. I don't feel that that's necessarily true. That would kind of be bold of me to say that. Um, but there's obviously a different, more of a plus to going after women and children than a man. So keep that in mind. She smokes meth. She's obviously a drug addict, and that's one of the things they go after: homeless women and drug addict women. Preferably, probably, I would assume the combination of both. So, you know, as my two best friends arrived, George tried grabbing my arm and pull me back in, and said I wasn't going anywhere. Don and Chris started to fly up the stairs, fist ready to hold, fist ready, and told him he better get his fucking hands off me or they were going to kill me. Everyone knew Chris and Don meant business and would do anything to protect and defend their family and friends, even if that meant going to prison. George let me go and tried to tell me my family was in danger. I didn't even look back. I hugged Chris and Don so tight and thanked them for getting me the hell out of there. They asked how I even ended up there. JB, my boyfriend, quote, at the time had taken me there. He got a text and said he was going to be right back. He was just meeting someone at 7-Eleven, but he just never returned. So with him saying that, and you guys will see what the next comment that I read is, or I mean, the next part of what I read is going to say. But I'm just going to go ahead and say that her boyfriend at this time probably had something to do with that. And it's very possible, too, that he could have owed a debt. He could have owed some crazy ass debt with the wrong people. And they could have just, they could have said, hey, you know what I mean? You're going to have to pay us in this way. What do you got for us? And he was probably like, I don't know. This is all speculation. We don't really know. But from judging from what I'm reading now, what I'm about to read to you guys, that's what I get from it. Another one of my friends, Hendrix, this big German guy, heard what happened and he was pissed. He kept rattling off shit about Midnight Productions and he was going to kill JB the next time he saw him. I asked him what Midnight Productions was, and he told me that they take young girls who were hooked on drugs or whatever, they force them to participate in porn movies, and then these girls are never seen again. Okay, so that last part's very true. Most of these girls are never seen again. Now, I'm going to assume that a lot of them probably get killed. See, what people don't understand about living in the desert is there's a whole lot of desert. You know what I mean? It's very easy for somebody just to, disappear. So if you go down to Glamis, which is the border, well, it's actually in California. They call it Glamis. People go there for the vacations. Thanksgiving, Christmas, July, 4th of July, all that shit. And it's where you go and you ride quads and dirt bikes in the sand dunes. Well, what most people don't know is that overnight on the average dune, because it's so windy every night, that the average, you could literally put a body there, and within 6 to 10 hours, there's going to be at least 8 feet of sand over that. So just keep in mind that is part of Cali, but it's also in Arizona as well. But the rest of Arizona is very, very big and not as populated as you would think. So with that being said, it's very easy for people to disappear. Hence, being Arizona is one of the number one cities for people disappearing and never being found. That's a fact. So we also rival California, and when it comes to the porn industry, uh, we actually give California a run for their money when it comes to the porn industry. So, you know, I'm the only reason why I'm reading this stuff off to you guys is because when I do my videos, I'm gonna be talking about mostly my own personal experiences and my own run-ins with these guys. A lot of scary stuff has gone on. We knew a dude, just to give you guys an idea, who was involved in Midnight Productions. Everybody was terrified of this dude. Big ass white dude, yoked up. He was out of prison. Found out later he was PC for some sex charges. But this motherfucker was known in on 19th Avenue in Dunlap for torturing people. One of my best friends at the time, he actually was sitting on the couch in there with some other dude. I don't remember who the dude was, but they actually closed. The dude had them stay in the apartment, and they were fucking tripping out because everybody kind of knew what he was about. You know what I mean? Before people really knew what he was about, he was running amok on the streets like crazy. And when I say running amok, what's the difference between then later on? Well, that's because people didn't know he was a sex offender, so he was just running around just fucking trying to bulldog people, that whole bullshit. But anyways, this dude fucking one of his ways of torturing people was he would put, and my boy saw this in his room too, but this has all been known. People always knew about this, or not always knew about him, but later on people knew about the type of person he was. And he was known on those streets for torturing people with a battery and fucking jumper cables. So, you know what I mean? That's just real shit on that shit. You know what I mean? Like, these motherfuckers out here in Arizona, and it's not just Arizona, bro. Like, this type of shit. Let's just be real. It's everywhere. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, this shit gets it gets real wild. Obviously, anything with sex trafficking is wild, and we have sex trafficking with children. I hate to say it, but that's another level. I hate to say that there's levels to this shit, but there really is. Anybody who harms a female or a child should not be allowed to walk this earth. Let's just keep it 100 and let's just keep it real. But there are levels to it. To me, they're all a piece of shit. If you rape somebody or if you molested a child, you're a piece of shit. You need to go. That's my opinion, amongst many others' opinions. But okay, let's go ahead and get on. Let's read some more. I'll go ahead and read what this person put. And the reason why I read it is because it is going against what I'm talking about. But hey, you guys got to know what other people are thinking as well. It says Midnight Productions is a localized subgenre of Pizzagate conspiracy theory type that accuses, without the benefit of evidence, elements of Arizona law enforcement, along with the Hells Angels, because, well, of course, of running a dark web production company that specializes in child snuff films. The very best conspiracy theories are barely plausible, even enough to make them at least somewhat of an effort to discredit. Those of the MP/Pizzagate, which means Midnight Production/Pizzagate variety, are the flat earth of conspiracy theories. They don't even make an effort or an effort, an effort. It's pure silliness. So this is also coming from somebody. I'm looking at his picture. He's a writer, a reader, speaker. He's Wow. Okay, so this is also the same. This person that's making this comment is also a dress salesman at Macy's. Okay, so we have a dress salesman at Macy's trying to make this comment. He is an MA in creative writing in English and poetry. He lives in Atlanta, Georgia. So this person lives in Atlanta, Georgia, not Arizona, and has absolutely no idea. Now, I've heard the thought thrown around that it's possible that they have spread out from Arizona to other states. And that is very possible because obviously we know that sex trafficking of any kind, unfortunately, is a very lucrative business. So for them not to spread out to other states, well, I don't know. Me personally, I don't think it's too far fetched. But this fucking dude is trying to say this shit. He don't even live in Arizona, but this is a pretty much an Arizona sub base type of fucking organization. Okay. A lot of people get shut down talking about this shit. So, we'll see what happens. Let me see. Let me read some of the comments. Let's see. Does anybody know what gang stalkers are? Go ahead. Does anybody know what gang stalkers are? If you do not, I will let you know what it is, and it has to do a lot with Midnight Productions. So, okay, this fucking asshole is gone. I don't know who that is, but they're gone. They're not even. I apologize to anybody that's seen that. That dude is a piece of shit, and yeah, I have no idea why they would do that, but yeah. So yeah, man. Okay. Hey, Will Bellamy, what do you mean touch on Big Block? What's Big Block? And if you guys are willing, if you guys want to do, there's not much research that you can really do with this type of shit. Just so you guys know, when you guys see all my videos later, you'll see it's a lot of it's going to come with personal experiences, people I've met. Officer Johnson. So this person just keeps, wow, look at this. Hey, I've never had anything happen like this. You know what I mean? I've never had somebody fucking acting all crazy. That's just weird. That's got to be the same person that came in. Circle K hot dogs. Hey, Alex, is that you, my boy? Yeah, I know they are, Ace. Hey, they've been trying to come at me for a while now, but we're staying strong in here. We're trying to hold that shit up. They're not. Yo, cuz they're not in chat room. Who's not in chat room? I don't know. Oh, you mean the hot dogs? Damn, this person just keeps making the new accounts. Who is this weirdo? That's what I want to know. Who is that fucking creep ass piece of shit? Yeah, definitely. Well, I agree with you, Ace. What up, Brendan Murphy? On who hope everything all is well. Who is this? Yeah, I'm getting hella trolls. Hey, you guys notice how I'm getting hella trolls right now when I'm talking about Midnight Productions? Hey, and that's some weird shit. Let's just say that. Hey, big pussy, fuck you, you faggot. You're a bitch. But anyways. Oh yeah, hey Will Bellamy. I'm gonna be doing a lot more videos on this. I'm just outside having a smoke break real quick, chopping it up with you guys, answering some comments. I'm gonna go back in and read a whole bunch of more. We got a bunch more stuff. I figure I'm trying to give you guys an introduction into it. I don't really consider the videos I've already made necessarily an introduction. I don't know who that person is. That shit is crazy. I wonder which troll that is. I keep deleting them, AI. I don't know who the hell it is, but look at this renegade Macau. Somebody's on my shit. Hey, I've literally blocked like 7 people. Yeah, that's cool, Will. No worries. But yeah, so I mean, I guess to keep on the subject too, though, while I smoke this cigarette before I go back in and read some more stuff. Uh, to be honest, I don't even think anybody really knows how long all of this stuff has been. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Chaos is some weird ass shit. Um, but they don't like it. Obviously, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The trolls coming in, it has to do with Midnight Production. It has to. I've never had a troll like that come in before. Like Chaos said, one comes in, I block it. The same person comes in with another account. So I don't know if it's T Mac or Sucker Free, because I don't feel like Sucker Free would say the N word like that with the ER. And I don't really feel like T Mac would either, but then again, T Mac's kind of weird and he's a dumbass, so very well possible, but could be Mouse. Definitely could be Mouse. Yeah, definitely. I agree with you, Kenneth. I'm gonna ignore him. I'm just blocking him. Um, so I don't really, to be honest, I don't know when Midnight Production started. I've been seeing, I never heard. It's not something, okay, so you guys got to understand that Midnight Productions in Arizona is literally, when I say this, I'm not exaggerating. They're literally like saying the word, it's like saying the word Voldemort for Harry Potter. People fucking shudder. Hey, I've been kicked out of houses, like apartments, dope places, like for mentioning the name. Because sometimes I would get curious, I get all fucking spagged out, and I'd be like, "Yo, what's going on with this shit?" And people would freak the fuck out. People did not like talking about that shit. Very, very weird situation. Well, I don't know about that, Alias, because I've heard that the same people have been doing this since the late '70s. But I can agree with you on that. I feel that the heaviness really picked up in the '90s. Just in Tucson alone, there's in the last year, the last 2 or 3 years, there's been over 100 kids that have turned up missing, and 40% of them were under the age of 5. And I think like 98.6% of them have never been found still. So yeah, the border definitely has a big thing to do with it. And definitely, well, I don't know, Alias, because you got to understand too that Midnight Productions is an Arizona-based organization. But like I said, they could have spread out to over the years. Like we talked about, I don't doubt that they are in other cities, in other states. You know what I mean? They have enough pull as it is to where they're working. The sheriffs have been tied into this very heavily. There's uh there's I guess there's proof, but not much proof. When you get some proof, it disappears. Oh, here's another fun fact for you guys. You guys also don't know that in the United States, Arizona is the #1 state in the United States for digital records turning up, being deleted. There's a little fun fact for you guys. So with that being said, that doesn't help either. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's one of those weird ass fucking things. Hey, Mr. Chelsea, I don't even know why you're in here. All you do is troll me. So what the fuck you in here for? Why don't you beat feet creep? Trying to come in here and fucking get out of here. I agree with you, Ace. I definitely agree with you. All US and that all okay. A alias. Hey, that's a big thing right there. I have a family member. She was part of a prostitution ring. She went all over the country. She was. They would fly her everywhere. I don't know if it was Midnight Productions, but she was part of a pimping organization, I guess, if you will. And they flew her around everywhere, all over the United States for years. For years. But she's a weird. She was trapped in that shit for quite a while. You come in peace. I don't like how Sucker Free threatened chaos yesterday. I think he's a lame for that. So what was your purpose on trolling me in the first place? You just one of those people that just like goes around trolls on people or what? I'm all for trolls being cool with me. Don't get me wrong. You come in peace, that's what's up. I'm just curious. I'm trying to figure out how this troll shit works on here. But yeah, anyways. She's got some, that family member has some crazy stories. Also, I have another family member that was directly involved with him, but not in a helping way. She was involved. She was kidnapped by them for a few years. Not a lot of people have made it out. I've known two. I've known two. One of them, she actually had news articles out on her. I can't remember her name, but she was known around Phoenix for that. But you want to hear the nitty gritty? I got you, Will. I'm almost done smoking this cigarette. We're about to go in and read some more. I've been finding some stuff. You guys are going to see like I said, I was just trying to give you guys the introduction to it before I really, because when I go into my experiences with them, I had a lot of run-ins. You guys got to understand how certain parts of Arizona work. So from Glendale Avenue, 19th Avenue in Glendale, all the way up to Bell Avenue, Bell Road, and 19th Avenue. Those are usually some of the main, like those streets and streets in between are some of the main streets that people run around at. I mean, everybody runs around everywhere, but a lot of certain things go on in these specific areas. So a lot of my friends later on, they would leave for like 3 or 4 months. And what it was is they would go to Bell Road. But I personally, I didn't like leaving my square mile radius. So for a year and a half, I think I left that little square mile radius maybe twice. For the most part, I was really one of the few that stayed there all the time. So I seen all kinds of crazy shit when people were migrating to other parts. I don't know why they would do it. I call it the Great Migrate because they literally like you'd have everybody there, and then all of a sudden, 40 or 50 people later, everybody's all on Bell Road for 2-3 months. It was a weird little thing, but the hell is this full tune rap a lot doing here? You fucking goof. I don't even know why you're in here, little wiener. For about 8 months and found a weed connect on Bell Road. Yeah, hey Dylan. Hey, they're sketchy out there, bro. Hey, they'll come over there. They'll get you, bro. It's definitely it's a weird area, man. A lot of weird shit goes on there and all around there. So my whole point is for that year and a half I stayed in that area where all of this shit but yeah, so YouTube say no. Say no junkies on YouTube. Aiden, why are you on YouTube? Hey, Tune Rap Lot, your little bitch ass is on over here smoking K2 in the closet, jacking off the Tupac. The fuck out of here, you fucking weirdo. You're a K2 head, bro. You probably smoke Spice by the regular too. You were a Spice head too, I'll bet you. You little goofy. But anyways, we're gonna move along, man. Yo, what's up? It's Milk. My man, It's Milk is in the building. Going on. We got a small time YouTube celebrity in here. Hope all is well with you, my man. Thank you for dropping in and showing that love right there. That's much appreciated. But yeah, so let's go in there and I'm gonna read off some more of this stuff to you guys. You guys can get a real good one. Yeah, I'll let Milk in. Hey, Milk, is that really you? You want to hop up on the live real quick? If that's the real Milk, somebody check for me. Let's see. You live in the valley or are you down? I live in Tucson right now, man. But you know, I'm from Phoenix, T1Z. I'm from Phoenix, so. But yeah, man. Milk, hey, if you want to hop on, bro, you're more than welcome, man. I know we're talking about Midnight Productions, but hey, we'll go ahead and change that real quick. I mean, we'll go back to it, but you know what I mean? You want to hop on? All right, there we go. How hot was it in AZ today, bro? It wasn't that hot, man. It was actually rainy today, kind of cool out. You know what I mean? So I didn't plan on having anybody in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link for Milk. Other than that, it's still I'm gonna keep it uh still a private chat. But hey, Milk, if you want to hop in there, my man, you're more than welcome to come up. We can chop up what's been going on with you and your life real quick. You know what I mean? But I'll get back to what I'm doing so that everybody can hear all the good shit. So let's see what we got here. Hop back on here. I'm gonna read you guys some more stuff. You guys can, man, just my own experiences alone. You guys trip out. There's a lot of situations that I've been in with these motherfuckers, man. They're sorry as fuck. On a lot of people that were affected by these goons. All right, so let's go back up. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. We got. Oops. Let's see. I gotta find this stuff again. Sorry about that, you guys. I was gonna have it all pulled up so I could just go look at this shit, but it's not Milk. Figures. It's not him. That's funny. Who does weird shit like that, bro? Who comes in and is like, "Oh, hey, I'm this person." Like, that's so weird, man. I didn't think it was him either. He don't give a fuck about what I'm doing. Let's just keep it real, you know. Let's see, boom, boom, boom. Let's see what we got here, guys. All right, let's get it in. And so I was actually going to get into a little bit of. So there's a dude that has recently been. He's recently just been. What do you call it? He's been recently arrested and charged with some shit. Um, and he has actually been directly linked to Midnight Productions. He's actually a Jewish white boy, which means in the Arizona prison system, as far as I know, he's going to have one of the roughest times in there. His name is actually Eric M. Scarletto. His picture was the one that was actually. I didn't block you, Tune Rap Lot. I don't block nobody, you fucking lame dick. You want to get up here? Come on, man. What you want to say, bro? Here, I got you, bro. You know. Here, I'll let you in. Ain't nobody block your bitch ass, bro. I don't do that bullshit like you fucking homos. Here we go. Here we go. Um, so yeah, I'd beat the brakes off that little homo. Hey, hop up here, Tim Rap a lot. Hop up in here, bruh. Let's talk about it real quick. You know how the lives go. Let's go. So Eric Scarletto, uh, he's actually one of the biggest. Yeah, I know he won't speak, bro. He can barely read, bro, let alone speak his mind. And fools three types of stupid. Eric Scarletto, though, was one of the. He was very heavily involved in Midnight Productions. I've actually heard the name before. Nobody ever really knew what he looked like, though. Everybody just always kind of heard about Eric Scarletto. He's a piece of shit, though. So let's just keep it real and keep it 100. If you guys also want to look into some further stuff, you have Studio 9. I haven't looked into that too much 100% yet, but we will be looking at that shit here soon. All right, here we go. Midnight Productions is not fiction. Oh, who is this? Do we have? Oh, Alias. I'm doing. My bad, Alias. I'm trying to really do a closed thing. I was only gonna let it open for Milk or fucking Tune Rap Lots. Chump ass wants to hop in here. But let me get back to the Midnight Productions, bro. I kind of want to stay on track with that, man. Unless he's gonna hop on, Alias, I'm gonna keep it closed for right now. Nothing personal, brother. I'm just trying to get through this because I know I'll get distracted. So let's see. Midnight Productions is not a joke or is not fiction. Midnight Productions is protected by the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office. Many of the Phoenix Police Department and Glendale Police Department are part of Midnight Productions. All the urban legends about Thomas and 22nd Ave are true. All the legends about Dogtown, Jay Park, and Chicago Bob exist. Eric exists too. Eric Scarletto exists. The urban legend is real and public records prove it. Are you guys ready? Because this shit is long. Okay, you ready? Here goes. Years ago, you can barely mention Midnight Productions. Like I told you guys, that's just very true. There are people to this very day that still believe that even saying Midnight Productions openly in public will get you murdered. The reason why anyone would even think this is because this tends to be true. The Abundance Movement took on Midnight Productions and Isaiah P. Kamestein created rescue groups to help prostitutions escape from their grasp. Hannah Toff more than once declared war on Midnight Productions, taking them on even in a small way is considered, quote, chasing your own execution. This is the most dangerous post I have written so far. Bunny Lee Stone had a lot of business with Midnight Productions, including the recruitment of webcam girls. So there's also another big hustle. You know what I mean? They get these. You damn sure can't do shit with me, chump. Fuck you, Tune Rap Lot. I will beat the brakes off that pussy. And then I'll beat the brakes off your bitch ass. Either you hop on my live or shut the fuck up or I'm gonna kick your ass out, you fucking sorry fuck. So, hey, have a good night, bartender. I appreciate you dropping in. Thank you. All right, so let's get back to this. Let's see, where were we at? Bunny Loosting had a lot of business with Midnight Productions, including the recruitment of webcam girls. Jared 88 was notorious for dealing in some of the most expensive snuff films, although no one has ever really been able to get a photograph of Jared 88 or Bunny Loostung. Eric Scarletto has a record open to the public, and in the last 3 years, several of the homeless population in Arizona know exactly where he is and where he hangs out. I'm not 100% true on where like exactly what they mean by like where he's hanging out. I mean, I know what they mean, but I'm saying like they know like the homeless people know where he was hanging. I don't know. Even though I have been ridiculed for not being able to provide enough names, real names, I give you the smoking gun to this case. Eric Scarletto is the smoking gun. This is the real lead you need. Be warned. The FBI and the CIA are very dismissive about this case. Let's see. Dismissive about this case, even hostile about the very subject being mentioned. We live in the most insecure time. All information is being digitalized. Digital information is the easiest to remove, so be warned. Screen save anything you can find. Oops, let me see. Screenshot anything. Let's see. So let's see. All right, here it is. The sheriff's department is looking more shady than both the Phoenix police and Glendale police on this problem. Eric Scarletto has very strong ties to the Aryan Brotherhood in prison. Okay, so when they say very strong ties, I don't really. He's a civilian talking about the prison life in Arizona that he doesn't know anything about. So I don't really know. I've never heard of that situation. I'm sure it's happened a lot, but it just never came up while I was in prison. So I don't know how they actually would handle that. I do know it probably wouldn't be a good stay for the dude, but I highly doubt that he has strong ties to the Aryan Brotherhood as a Jew. It's just not something that seems even really plausible, but whatever. Stranger things have happened, right? Whenever a European Jewish male has to spend time in Arizona, it typically spells out two options. The first option is to be killed by the Aryan Brotherhood, and the second option is to become a prison bitch to a black or Mexican. It is not derogatory to say prison bitch. This is the actual term for it. Now, here's the thing. We don't have prison bitches like that in Arizona. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the PC yards do, but I can tell you right now that you're not going to become a prison bitch in Arizona prison like that. I don't know what he's referring to when he says prison bitch. Like maybe somebody's got to go get, be somebody's little bitch type thing, or if they actually mean like a punk. But either way, I don't think it. You guys got to remember this is a civilian, non-DOC number having person giving their opinion. But I can tell you right now it's wrong. Let's see, it is not, let's see, black Jews may have it harder on the streets, but they have it easier in prison. In prison, black Jews are recognized as black. That's true. In prison, a European Jew is not considered to be white by whites. That's also true. In prison, a European Jew is considered to be white by blacks and Mexicans. That's also true. I am sure there are Asians and Arabs in prison too. Of course there are. That may make things a bit different, but it cannot alter this much. I have met with many people coming out of the Arizona prison system. I have spoken to several Arizona security guards. They tell me the same. I have a lot of knowledge on this subject. Since putting out this blog, I have been ridiculed and criticized. Everyone on my blog post holds the facts, or every one of my blog posts holds the facts. This is the blog post that will take you somewhere with a real solid grasp of how this is all connected. Arizona is not some typical paradise. This place is the number one place in the United States. Oh, there it is, where digital information is removed without question. Arizona is the number one place in the United States where obituaries go unreported, regardless of how illegal that is. This is the top place for human trafficking in Arizona, the police participate in the murder of trans teens. This is one of the main themes on snuff films sold by Jared 88. Most of the rumors and conspiracy theories on the subject of Midnight Productions are dismissed as because of how much the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office is involved. Eric Scarletto has a record. Look into him. He is a big deal. So you guys can go look him up. I actually have his DOC number if you guys want that as well. So I can give you that, give you all that right there. Yeah, I live in Arizona right now. Oh yeah, King Q3. That's what's up, man. Fucking, I'm here right now to some pretty shit, man. Some pretty crazy shit going on, man. All right, let's see. What's up, Lonnie? How you doing, my man? All right, let's see. Hey, family, yeah. All right, so let's see what we got here. So, what do you guys think about that? Eric Scarletto. Let's see. Phoenix. Let me look this up. Let me see what we got here. I had a whole bunch of other shit. Hold on. Let's see. I'm hoping I don't have to use my phone because I don't have Reddit on my fucking on the laptop here. So let's see what we got here. There's only a couple of videos that some people have made on Midnight Productions. So let's see. There's a chick on there. I've seen her video a few times. She's had some pretty fucking crazy encounters with them as well. Let me see something. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Let's go back. Let's go back a lot. We went back far. Let's see what we got here. Go ahead, Will Bellamy. What's up, man? I was doing a closed panel. All right, man. Hey, I'm gonna let you on, but let's hey, just keep it to Midnight Productions. That's pretty much what I'm trying to keep it at just for tonight. You know what I mean? We're trying. I'll go ahead and drop that link for you. Nah, that's cool, man. As long as it's related, I'm gonna try and keep it there. I don't want to veer too far off because there's so much going on YouTube. It's easy to get off subject there. All right, let's see. Copper's Cove councilman flips the bird. That has nothing to do with it. Oh, you know what? Here's where I'll go to. Sunny Slow. What's going on, Will? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, am I there?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Here, I'll go ahead and get back on, man. All right, let's see. The real Tay Loud. You look familiar, bro. Like I think I seen you on a news report. There's a dude from Florida who fucking went all out. All right, let's see. Just recently, actually. So,
Yo,
what's up, my man?
not much, not much. So I just wanted to add something that's kind of crazy
Yeah.
that I read. I read about this. So there's someone who's they posted on one of these blogs. I'll find it. I have like a whole thing about Midnight Productions that I've saved. But this one, there was someone talking about how there was someone named Lisa who was part
Yeah.
of like they were part of the group that was AKA Big Block was her name. She was some HA chick
Yeah.
that was apparently part of that house. You know the
Yep.
house I'm talking about, right?
I do.
And that was in Phoenix, right? I believe that was in
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix.
Yep.
So I was doing some research, and if you go to the you know how like they have the sex offender registry, right? And you can search by city.
Mm-hmm.
You can find there's a whole bunch of dudes with the tattoo Lisa on them, like way more than makes sense. I know there's a lot of people who
Really?
have family. Yeah. So if you go to that, I'll send it to you after this. But if you
Yeah.
go
Send
to
it
it,
to the DM.
you can literally see there's like 80
What up,
dudes,
Jesus?
and most of them have the tattoo on like the left arm or hand, or it's one specific arm or hand. And I just thought that was trippy. You know, that's
Hey,
fucking crazy.
that's crazy. You said something because I'm looking for a post right now. Well, I was looking for a post. I'm smoking a cigarette, but I was looking for a post that was actually talking about that Lisa person. They kept mentioning the name Lisa as well, and I was like, damn, that's weird as shit.
So that was my thing. I was like, who is this? And I typed in something with the name, and then like it came. One of the first results on Google was the registry. So then I used the filter of city to go down to Phoenix, and yeah, there's like a
Mm-hmm.
whole bunch of people with these weird tattoos that say Lisa. I mean, how many people have moms named Lisa, bro? Like, it's just weird. You know what I
Well,
mean?
and then I also look at the fact that it's like, okay, well, how many people are going to get the name Lisa? I would look at like how many people are going to get the name Lisa tattooed on them in Arizona.
That's what I mean in general. And there's lots, man. Like I'll send it to you after, or like when I hop off here now. But that tripped me out, like big time. Kind of tripped me out a lot. If for the people once they learn more, it's fucking crazy shit.
Yeah, hey, I'm going to be diving into a lot of it.
For
Hey,
sure.
question, AZ.
I'll hop
What's up,
off
brother?
now. I just wanted to.
You're
I
good,
just
Will.
wanted to.
I appreciate it, bro.
All
Yeah,
Hey,
love,
because
no
I'm
Will.
going
worries,
to look
man.
into that more.
Yeah, I'll send you all the details.
Definitely.
All right, take care, man. I'll be
No,
here
Hey,
no,
in a
you
bit.
as well.
I was
Okay, bye.
gonna ask you, bro. The reason why I was saying this because I-70 and shit, bro. Like here in KC, like in the mid-90s, everybody was talking about the killer clown, but like it was never really a killer clown. It was just motherfuckers snatching up kids, females, and little boys. Like it wasn't even just little girls. Like it was little boys getting snatched up too. Like,
Yeah,
bro,
for sure.
he came on this when I was how old was I? I think I was like 5, bro. I was like 5. I had like a fro. You know what I'm saying? But I had my hair pulled back in like 2 ponies. My mom had braided in like 2 ponytails. Bro, somebody tried to walk up out of the 7-Eleven with me and shit, cuz.
Oh, I believe it, bro.
And my mom, like, her and my aunt, like, had to go and chase this nigga. Like, bro, that's my motherfucking son. Like, oh, I thought it was a little girl and shit. So
Mm-hmm.
what that tell you right there? You feel
Mm-hmm.
me? Shit like that. Like, that happened to me personally. You know what I'm saying? But of course, I'm too little to remember that shit. But my
Yeah.
mom used to tell me that story all the fucking time. And she was like, I was right behind her, like right next to her. She was getting pop and shit. And the pop machine is tall. You know how it is at 7-Eleven and shit. You feel me? So she doing that shit, and I'm standing right there, and somebody smooth tried to walk off with me that quick.
That's just crazy, bro.
And I-70, the reason why I mentioned I-70 is because I know for a fact it goes from Arizona at least all the way to like I think Connecticut or some shit. But I-70 damn near goes through the whole fucking map. So as far as like skate routes and traffic and shit,
Mm-hmm.
you can go up and down I-70 all motherfucking year. You feel me? And just stop off at different points, do your dirt, get back on I-70, stop off at another point, do your, you know what I'm saying? All the way
Yeah, yeah.
across fucking America, bro.
Yeah, that's just crazy, bro.
So,
Hey,
I
real,
just
real.
jumped on the ad, you know what I'm saying? My little 2 cents and shit, bro.
Yeah, for
That's it.
sure, bro. Yeah, for sure. No worries, bro. Hey, I don't know who this person and who's this in the middle. Identify yourself.
Shut up, chump.
Oh, look at who it is. Hey, this fool got on and said, "Shut up, chump." What a wiener. Hey, this fool waited in the
Man,
background like a bitch.
don't even get off subject, bro. Don't even
Bro,
get
he
off
waited,
subject.
but real quick, he waited in the background like a bitch. Didn't even make a peep. And then when I acknowledge his homo ass, he says, "Shut up, chump." Spell chump. Spell chump, fool. I bet you couldn't spell that 4-letter word. Chump.
Looking like
Quit using
Kodak.
words.
You
I
heard
would
of Kodak Black? That nigga's Kodak Midnight Production.
Bro, he is the off-brand of Kodak Black. That fool is the burnt-out version of Kodak Black.
All right, man. I'm gonna let you get back to your shit, bro.
All right, brother. I appreciate you, bro.
All right.
Anyways, after our fucking weird little intervention with I can't read a lot. But yeah, man, I know he won't get on nobody else. He's a fucking wiener. Smoking K2, huh, Lance? He's smoking K2, jacking off the Tupac again. We caught your ass. You got fucking weirdo. Hey, straight up, Jesus. He used his mean voice. If that's his mean voice, bro, then he needs to change that shit up. But all right, my bad. Anyways, I'm almost done with this cigarette right here, and we're about to go in, and I'm gonna find that other article for you guys where they actually talked about the person that Will Bellamy was talking about, a person named Lisa. There's actually a person that was talking, the same person I believe was actually, he was talking about a house that was involved there. Now I have no knowledge of this house. I've never heard of this house. And I'm not saying that that's not true, because that's it. To be honest, it's probably more likely to be true than to not be true. But it was crazy because he was talking about how a lot of shit. This person, Lisa, actually had the house they were living at in Maryvale was actually where this person Lisa lived that Will was talking about. They said in the article he was talking about how she actually lived in the garage, and eventually they turned the garage back into a garage, but it was actually her room. So I actually have heard of that, but I never heard the name Lisa until I had read that article on the streets. I didn't know who that person was. That person could have been anybody. For all we know, Lisa could literally probably be a man just to throw people off. We never know. These people are fucking slick. They're very slick. They're sly. AKA Big Block. Hey, Lonnie, what'd you hear about that shit? Because, yeah, that's what we were just talking about. Yeah, I know, Alias. He didn't even stay on, bro. He fucking said his little bitch shit and then hopped off. Hey, I agree with you, J2 Fly. But you know, a bitch is gonna be a bitch. Always. They're gonna act like a bitch. That's just the type of shit they do. So I guess I'll give you guys one little. Guess I can give you guys some kind of a little story about that shit. So in Sunny Slope, if you go on Hatcher, everybody, if you're from Phoenix, everybody knows where Hatcher is, especially Hatcher in the slopes. There used to be it's still there. There's an apartment complex. It's yellow. This is probably one of this apartment complex is one of those hood apartments complexes. When I say people are getting murdered, people getting shot there all the time. There's constantly something going on, if not multiple things at one time. Now I'm gonna put his name out there because he's a piece of shit. So I don't really care. I don't know his last name, but they called him Big Chris, and he was this big ass black dude. When I say big ass black dude, I'm talking like Suge Knight big. This motherfucker was like 6'8", at least, maybe 6'7", almost 300 pounds. Everybody called him, Big Chris. And he was actually, I guess you could say he was like he was above a recruiter for Midnight Productions. A lot of weird shit happened with that dude. I didn't know the prostitute, but in the same hotel complex that I ran around in that had quite a bit of this type of business going on in there, he was suspected to have been involved with it. I don't necessarily know if that was true, but it's very possible because once again, this dude was involved in Midnight Productions. People started to find out about that shit. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he ever got ran off. I do know that one day he did this, like he was like gone. We never seen him again, and it was weird because the apartment he stayed in, the motorcycle he had out front of his apartment complex. I mean, his apartment that was still there. All his shit was still there. Nobody ever heard from that dude again. There is an organization that specifically works to remove these fucking scumbags. So that's also a possibility that he could have been permanently removed from the fucking earth. I don't know. Never know. But I used to actually buy dope off of this dude before I knew. Because you would do business. They're so rampant down here that you would do business with people for months, and then it would come out that they were involved in some weird shit, and then you just wouldn't see them anymore. It was like once their cover was blown type of thing. I don't know if they get whacked or if they would like leave, but most of the time when they would get exposed, you wouldn't even see these fools ever again, and people didn't even talk about them. It was real weird. Like the whole thing down there. I've always truly believed that there's a certain type of evil that masks that certain part of Phoenix. One of my best friends at the time. We're not friends now. We're not friends. We don't talk. We spent a lot of time together running around them streets together, and yeah, it really broke me. It really hurt me to feel that to know that what he did, because he did become a piece of shit for snitching on somebody. See, but here's the thing. So the person he snitched on, this person was in Midnight Productions. This person had been, I'm not sure if he was under investigation by the police for a lot of missing children, sex trafficking, and being linked to that, but he was under some serious investigation. He was also this specific person. I actually knew of this person's name in the streets, but I didn't know who. I'd never met him. But he was known for gutting people. So when I say gut people, I literally mean gut them. That was just what he was known around Phoenix for. And obviously people didn't really cross him too many times. I actually knew one of the people he supposedly gutted. Never saw him ever again, obviously, for obvious reasons. Word around town knows that specific individual got a hold of him. But at the time, my best friend snitched on him. So the police had came into Motel 6 on Northern and the I-17. It's a huge dope spot for people that don't know. It's in the same parking lot as an old Kmart, so that should tell you right there. And the police, I guess, I'd have to read the police report again. I'll find the police report. It's on the internet. I'll pull it up. I don't want to put his name out there though and do that to him, even though but this person was involved in a lot of sex trafficking. Apparently, he was a real danger to the streets. And at the time, my boy, when the detective, he was trapped in there with that dude. That dude was actually going to kill him. Had him tied up and shit. And so when the cops got to him, he ratted on him. He said that this is the dude that everybody's been looking for, this, that, and the other. Now, I had talked to him after that recently, about a year and a half ago. We ran into each other, and I didn't know about all that shit yet. But he just straight up told me, he was like, hey, man, look, you're gonna hear some shit. But before you judge me on it, just know that this is who it was. And I asked him, like, why didn't you rat on him? Why didn't you just kill that dude? You know what I mean? Because that's how I see it. If I had the opportunity for a pedophile like that, I'm not gonna rat on him. I'm gonna kill that dude. So that's how I looked at it. That's how I asked. That's why I asked him, man. So he had just told me. He said, because if I didn't say anything, this person would have never been off the streets. Because it wasn't the first time that this individual had been in trouble for certain things. Not sex trafficking yet, but he had been up against 2 different murder charges and beat them both. But now knowing the stuff that we know about him being involved in Midnight Productions, it makes sense as to why he got off on a lot of stuff. So that really broke me down, because that was one of my best friends right there, man. So it hurt me to know he did that. I know why he did it. He's still a piece of shit. Let's just keep it real. You know what I mean? Unfortunately. I'm trying to think of how to put this to you guys so you guys can know what type of person this other dude was that was doing all this shit, man. I guess if I say he gutted people, that should be pretty much self-explanatory right there, I guess, right? So it was one of those weird things, man. This dude also, I truly do wish I could get him onto it live, man. He's been in the same streets that I was in his whole life, though. Where I was running around at, he lived there his whole life. This motherfucker had seen some of the craziest shit. Him and I went on some of the biggest escapades, I guess you could say, together. We did, we had some tripped out moments, man. Anyway, stop thinking about that shit because it's fucking wild. But yeah, man. There was just a lot of weird shit that always went on over there. Let me go back inside so we can get some more of the fucking Hey, Jesus, you know what they're talking about? Let's see. I heard a story from a cat in the county, a white boy, half white, half Middle Eastern. He said in the joint they called him Maplewood, but he said the same thing about a girl named Lisa. Yeah, man. Hey, Jesus, I've seen I'm gonna try and find that right now. Let me find the article I was telling you guys about. It'll talk about that actually, Jesus. It's gonna talk about that right there. Let me fucking dogs are going crazy out here. I don't know if y'all can hear it, man. Yeah, sorry, Seth. We're talking about Midnight Productions, man. Yeah, catch it on the replay, my man. Is Seth is pretty good. How much time the Chomo do? Which Chomo? Like, oh, you mean the dude that he ratted on? To be honest, I have no idea, man. The homie I'm talking about is actually on a website called azlames.com. So for those of y'all that don't know, Arizona Lames is the site that you can go to and you can post people's paperwork. If they're a rat, you can post their paperwork. If somebody fucking did you dirty on and robbed you for a bunch of dope, people put it on there. They won't say their names, but they'll give out their little nicknames and shit. You'll see. If you look that shit up, it's crazy, man. People blast everybody on that website, and they do a real paperwork. That's how I found out about my boy. His paperwork was on there, but he confronted me about it. I was like, hey, it's, before we get into it, because he knew how I felt about that shit, and that was pretty much the last time we talked to each other. So, Lisa Wagner, aka Big Block. I need to look that up, man. Lisa Wack. Hey, you know what? We're gonna look it up right now when we go inside, and we'll see what we can find. Give me a second, guys. We're gonna go inside right now. We're gonna look this shit up real quick. When I hear Lisa, I think Lisa Simpson maybe has something to do with that. I know you. Hold on, guys. Let me go inside real quick to the computer real fast. Let's see. All right, let's look it up real quick, you guys. We'll go ahead and look it up. See, I just wondered. Yes, J2 Fly. The dude that he told on was a big minor mouse. He was one of the lead people for recruiting for Midnight Productions. If they caught that, if he confessed to kidnapping probably 50 kids, I wouldn't be surprised. But he was also he killed a lot of people too. All right, let's look it up. Let's see. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, here let's look it up. Lisa Wagner, aka Big Block. Let's see what that pulls up, you guys. Let's see. Lisa Wagner. Yeah, Will Bellamy. I was on those streets heavy, bro. Yo, what up, Loked Out TV, man? That's my man right there. Hey, much love to Loked Out TV. Everybody pretty much probably knows who he is, but if you guys don't, please go give him a like, a comment, a share, subscribe, give him all of that good stuff. He's doing a big giveaway right now. He does amazing giveaways. If you guys don't know, he gives away some fly ass shit. Well, I'm trying to get those Loked Out Air Force Ones. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? No, I mean. Oh, Lonnie, you sent me to Reddit. Okay. But yeah, hey, go check out my boy Loked Out TV. I'm gonna look at it right now, Lonnie. Hold on, Lonnie. Let me look. Let's see what we got to percolate here. Oh, man, Lonnie. Yep, Lonnie. You are the man. You are the man. Hey, can you guys hear me real quick? Let me see. Can you guys still hear me talking? Go to your DM. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I looked it up right now, but can you guys hear me while I talk? I'm gonna switch over real quick to read that post. Nancy Popkins, nice to see you. Appreciate that, bro. Hey, straight up Loked Out. Hey, you stay blessed as well, you and yours, my man. All right, let me look this up real quick. Because if anything, Lonnie, I can at least look it up and then look it up on the computer. Yeah, I got you, Lance. No worries, brother. Okay, let's see. Bear with me real quick, you guys. All right, let's see. I'll just read it to you guys. Let me see. Are you guys able to hear me still? All right, let's see, man. Oh, you can hear me? Okay. Let me see if I can let me email this to myself. Hold up, you guys. Let me do this real quick. Let me just send it. Let's see, forward. Oh shit. All right, fuck it. We'll just read it. All right, you guys ready? Are y'all ready? Really hope you guys can hear me. All right, here we go. I'm gonna read it right now. So it says, investigate this. You want to know who Midnight Productions is? Look no further than Maryville, 72nd Ave, and Thomas. But neighborhoods were the most likely to still have active hubs in houses a couple of blocks in. They also used to shop at Hatcher, right next door to the Arizona Humane Society. How do I know this? I've seen for myself, armed to the teeth, and still almost was killed at both locations. I was taken out to the yard, stripped of my shoes, escorted to a trunk where I was held while a biker group showed up. Then transported me to an apartment near 19th Avenue and Northern. There it is. I ran around heavy on 19th and Northern, just so you guys know I'm very familiar with that area. I was held there till they got to the phone to call and bring me back to the shop, but they made a fatal error. We stopped at an oh, you guys still hearing me reading all that? Let me know if you guys are hearing me reading that before I click over. Let me know if you guys can hear me reading all that before I continue. Yeah, you hear me? Cool. All right. Hey, what up, Minor Mouse K? Good to see you, my man. All right, here we go. Print services. Let's see. Thinking I had nowhere to run. Hey, you guys think it's funny that T Mac's sitting in the fucking cut right now, fucking wishing he could read half as good as me? 107 degrees outside with no shoes on. I jumped out of the truck and ran across the parking lot into a grocery store and sat on a bench, hunched down as to not be seen through the window. I waited a few minutes and looked out the window, and those guys and other cars and bikes were everywhere looking for me. Long story short, I got away, but had these people looking for me ever since. Now I'm gonna put their names on blast here and let's see if they even get questioned. Fat chance. The shop was owned and operated by a man named Iggy. People there went by the names. You guys heard all of that? You haven't heard me in over a minute? Oh no. No, they didn't mute me. I was reading the post. That's why I was saying, you guys hear me reading that shit? I don't want to finish reading it. So you guys didn't hear none of that shit? Damn. Yeah, I was just reading what I fucking damn, that shit's crazy as fuck too. I don't even have I don't have Reddit. I don't have Reddit on my computer. I have Reddit on my phone, but I don't have Reddit on my computer. So let me see. Oh, the last thing you heard was Iggy. Okay, hold on. Let me go back. Hold on. I'll pick up from Iggy. Hold on. Okay, so let's see. People there went by the names Taz, Julie, Tiny, Dreamer, Mama Jean, Lisa Wagner, aka Big Block, who owns a house or whose house is owned by Russ in Maryville, just north of Thomas and 72nd Ave. Countless murders have been done there. Don't believe me? Send a crime scene investigation team there, and just a UV light will do the work. The now garage was Lisa's room where a lot of stuff went down, but since has been changed back into a garage. But the door is the door is still sealed, I think. Did you guys hear that now? Oh, they're fucking with the live. Yeah, it's because I'm trying to read that shit and it wouldn't let me, man. Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now though, or am I still muted? Yeah, you guys can hear me now? All right. Well, I was trying to read that to you guys, but you know what? Hey, I'm going to make more videos too, and I'll read all that stuff off on some of the videos so you guys can so everybody can hear them, and then there won't be any talking in between. I'll just read all the articles, and then you guys can kind of get an idea what I was talking about. But they keep cutting my audio in and out. Some bullshit, man. They're fucking with me. Yeah, I don't know, man. I figured they would fuck with the live at least a little bit. If they didn't, then I wouldn't have been touching on nothing. Because you guys seen how it was, like, literally immediately after this live, I had fucking some weirdo coming in there. Now, I don't know if that was connected with that. It might not have been. Chances are it probably wasn't connected to this. Let's just keep it real. But it's just a little weird. You know what I mean? So, well, they were talking about in the article, they were saying that this house, see, there's something. So I'm gonna pick apart this person's post the next time when I make a video about it. He says some stuff that was kind of not necessarily contradicting, but kind of weird in my eyes. In the post, he was talking about how he was kidnapped, but later on, you guys didn't hear it when I was reading it. But he was describing the house to me what seems like after the fact of him being kidnapped like that. If you guys were hearing me, if you guys had heard me read it, you would see what I'm talking about. But it was real weird how he was talking about, hey, Lonnie, you've seen the post. Maybe you can see what I'm talking about, how he's talking about how he escaped in the beginning. And then at the end, he's describing the house now. And it's like, well, how do you know what the house looks like now? I don't know. It's kind of weird, man. It's just, hell yeah, J2 Fly, Broncos for life, baby. Let's go. Elway was a beast. J2 Fly, I agree with you 100. Him and Michael Jordan were my two sports idols growing up. John Elway and Michael Jordan. And then for baseball, it was Sammy Sosa. But I grew up in the 90s, so. Yeah, Seahawks? Man, I don't know about all that. Hey, Huskers for life too. Let's go. But yeah, I know this wasn't a super crazy live. I was trying to give everybody kind of like some kind of an introduction. People can come and listen to it because I'm going to be making quite a few videos in the next few days on this subject. I'll be going into depth a lot more. We're going to be picking apart a lot of stuff. I'm going to be talking about my own personal experiences. Seen a lot of crazy shit. You guys will get to hear about it. So for the next, I'm going to say for the next couple of weeks, we're going to be focusing on Midnight Production stuff for a while. There's only so much I can really talk about, to be honest, not because I'm worried about this, that, or the other. It's just because there's not a lot of shit out there. It's not like it's the whole Eats a Gate thing where it's like, you know what I mean? Where there's tons of information and this, that, and the other. There's not a lot on this shit. I do plan on talking to a few people that I know, one of my family members possibly, have a lot of insight knowledge on this because they were, held in the sex trafficking for it. If she even wants to talk about it, she probably won't even want to talk about it. So, but it's not often that you find people that have been involved in this type of shit and that are willing to talk about it. I'm one of the few people that's willing to talk about it all the time. I've always been like that. I was never afraid of it. I don't know why. It just wasn't something that bothered me. It bothered me. Came out wrong. It bothered me. It was just that it wasn't something that scared me enough to where I wouldn't talk about it. That's what I meant. A lot of people don't want to talk about it because they're terrified. And people from Arizona, especially people from Phoenix, if they were in the streets at all, they know. They've heard about Midnight Productions. But I've actually had a lot of personal run-ins with it, so you know what I mean? So what do we got? Chargers. Hey, one of my best friends is a Chargers fan. When you get off, let me get at you for 5 minutes. Yeah, for sure, Will. Let's see. Brendan Murphy, remember when Sammy Sosa's bat broke? Oh, yeah. Hey, I do remember that, Brendan. I was watching that game live. I watched that happen in real time, bro. Yep, cork bat. But yeah, hey, I got to get to bed here, you guys. I just wanted to hop on here, do a little live, let everybody hear a little bit about what's going to be coming up in the next couple of weeks, a little bit of what to be expecting. So I appreciate everybody. There was a similar story here. A man in with my family up north, snuff films. Yeah, it's just wild, man. It's all over the place. Do they still know, do it? Just bad stays together. Yeah, I don't know, Jason Fly. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody tuning in, you guys. You guys have all been great. As always. Hey, I appreciate it, Mr. Diddy. Thank you, man. Hey, Diddy, you already know I'll be watching your shit too, brother. Go check out Mr. Diddy's stuff, you guys. Give him some views, give him some likes, a couple shares, some subs. Let's go and get out that bell notification. Hey, you guys all have a good one. Much love to you guys. Be safe.